Yeah, let's look at some players who might regress positively or negatively in 2026. So first off, let's just go with the obvious one, Dylan Cease. Batting average differential, slugging differential, differential. Look at the expected ERA differential. It's one of the unluckier seasons we've seen. He's going to be exceptional this year. Like I say, I've already picked him to be top five in Cy Young this season. We can also talk about Jesus Sanchez, who also had a very, very unlucky season last year. I think the hard contact rates are going to continue to be there. I think there's going to be a bounce back. On the pitching staff side, this one's actually pretty easy. Mason Fluharty had like an exceptionally unlucky year. So did Jeff Hoffman. All of Hoffman's expected statistics are significantly better than the actual statistics that were produced because of his home run fly ball rate was unsustainable, right? Like that's just the reality. If you look down at the bottom, like Louis Varland had a very, very, very lucky season in terms of contact suppression, and we saw some of that hard contact suppression go away in the playoffs where he did give up like several home runs, and there was some issues with that. Braden Fisher had a bunch of statistics that were very, very beneficial to him, and there's some chance of regression there. But he's also a young pitcher who's figuring out the league, so I think he could maintain. But like the biggest ones that we're looking at in terms of like potential bounce backs are going to be Fluharty, Hoffman, and Cease. Now, when we talk about the Jays lineup, there's a few easy ones as well. Andres Jimenez had an exceptionally unlucky year, right? Every statistics, his average was 210, his expected average was 252, right? Massive differentials on everything. Alejandro Kirk had a pretty unlucky year. Actually, so did Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Barger's within the realm of most of his statistics, as were most players. The most likely regressions are Heineman, who had like Heineman had an exceptionally lucky season. I doubt it's replicable. All of his numbers were wildly disproportionately positive. Davis Schneider, who had some hard contact rate stuff that didn't quite have the ability to maintain some batting average stuff that I don't think he's able to maintain at this level. And then Dalton Varsho had some positive or had some luck as well in terms of batted ball, because the reality is he was on a 50 home run pace, almost like 47 home run pace in the 71 games he played. I don't think that's a sustainable number, but I think the power is legitimate. So despite the fact that he might regress from the numbers he posted across 71 games, I think the numbers overall are going to be quite good. The reality is there's a fair mix of players on both sides of this argument. I think there's critical players, though, that you could see massive progression with the Toronto Blue Jays, right? Addison Barger, Vladimir Guerrero, Alejandro Kirk, Andreas Jimenez are all very likely players to, positively regress from their statistical base. Hoffman, Fluharty, Cease are overwhelmingly likely to see massive bounce backs. I think there's a ton of potential and upside in terms of the positive regression side of this team. There will be some guys that negatively regress, but overall, I love the statistical profile and what the bounce back possibilities are.